Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel KT Math World. In this video, we will start lesson number 2, Inverse Trigonometric Functions. Before we start this lesson, firstly we recall few concepts of Standard 11. Last year in Standard 11, we have seen functions, the domain and range. Okay. We know that for the sine and cos function, the domain is R, while the range is closed interval -1, 1. Same way, the range for tan and cot function is R, that we have seen last year, while for the function cosec and sec, we have the range is R minus open interval -1, 1. All these things we have seen last year. Okay, so no need to discuss on this. Okay, we are very familiar with this table also from standard 10. We know all these value. We have seen this value in degree measure: 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, and corresponding to different function like sine, cos, and you got the respective value. It means sine 30 1/2, that you know, cos 30, that is √3/2. Okay, same way all these value we know from standard 10. We know one more thing. Last year we have seen the structure all STC. Okay, all it means first quadrant. Each and every functions are positive in this quadrant. S it means sine function and its reciprocal function cosec. Sine and cosec, sine and cosec are positive, while the other functions are negative in this quadrant. Same way, third quadrant. So in this quadrant you can see T, all STC. T, it means tan and cot. Tan and cot functions are positive. Tan and cot are positive, while the other functions are negative. Same way for last quadrant, it means fourth quadrant. C, it means cos. Cos and its reciprocal function sec. Cos and sec are positive, while the other functions are negative. Okay. Yeah. First quadrant we can indicate it by theta. This is, here you got 0, here you got pi/2, we can say. Here you got pi, here you got 3 pi/2, here you got 2 pi, something like that. If you move on and on, then you got here 5 pi/2, here you got 3 pi, something like that, that we have seen last year in standard 11. Here you got 7 pi/2. Okay, so now we are not discussing on this one. First quadrant, it means we indicate it by theta. Here you got pi/2, it means less than pi/2. You can denote it by theta, or you can say pi/2 minus theta also, that we have seen last year. Okay, you can see here you got pi, so something less than pi in second quadrant, that's why you can indicate it by pi minus theta. Same way, as you move anti-clockwise direction, you got plus angle, positive angle, and more than pi, it means you got here pi plus theta. Okay, here you got 2 pi, and in fourth quadrant angle should be something less than 2 pi. Less than 2 pi, it means you can indicate by 2 pi minus theta. If you move on and on, then in first quadrant again you got 2 pi plus, so you can also indicate it by 2 pi plus theta. Okay, so whatever useful that we discuss only, rest thing we will not discuss. Okay, so this is the thing which are useful. Okay, this is anti-clockwise direction, anti-clockwise direction, while this is clockwise direction. Okay, so anti-clockwise direction, then angle should be positive. Clockwise direction, then angle should be negative. Okay, so here you can also denote it by minus theta also. Okay, okay. Inverse trigonometric functions. This is the title of our lesson. You can see here the word inverse function. Inverse function. So what is the definition of inverse function? Firstly, whatever the function, that should be 1 1 and onto. Function should be 1 1 and onto, then its inverse exists. Okay, this is the definition that you will see in lesson number 1. This is the topic of lesson number 1. So right now you should accept this result when the inverse exists of any function. Inverse exists of any function f whenever the function should be 1 1 and onto, then inverse exists. You can see the definition here. A function f from a to b is 1 1 and onto, then its inverse exists. And inverse, for the inverse, whenever function is 1 1 and onto, this thing is important. Function is 1 1 and onto, then its inverse exists, and inverse can be denoted as f inverse. And you can change the order f inverse from b to a. You can see here b to a exists. Okay, moreover, in the first lesson you will see this one also. Whenever you got fx equals to y, fx equals to y, it means your x from this domain. This is called domain and this is called codomain. Okay, so f of x equals to y, it means y must lies in this one. Fx equals to y, and whenever inverse exists, then you can say x equals to f inverse y. This is the important thing that you will see in lesson number 1. Right now you should accept this result. Okay, in short, f inverse order got changed. So f inverse from b to a, f inverse from b to a, and fx equals to y, then f convert on this side, f convert on this side to inverse. It means x equals to f inverse y. Here the important thing is x from which one? Domain of f. X from which one? Domain of f. It means x belongs to domain of f, or you can say that domain is here. You can see what is the domain? You can see here a. Okay, so same way here we discuss inverse trigonometric function. So firstly we consider first inverse trigonometric function, that is sine inverse. So we will consider the 1 1 and onto function. We will consider domain and codomain so that inverse should be exist. Okay, so sine inverse, to define sine inverse sine inverse. Firstly, you need fx like this. So sine, before we go on f inverse, you can see here, before we go on f inverse, you need function f. So firstly we define sine function. So sine function is 1 1 and onto in this domain and range. This is the domain, close interval minus pi by 2 pi by 2. Except this you got another interval also, but we will consider only the principal branch. Okay, so this is the domain in which sine function is 1 1. Okay, so you should remember it properly. Okay, so in this domain function is 1 1 and in this range function is onto. So now sine is 1 1 and onto. So instead of f, okay, wait a minute. So this is the important thing in this definition. Function should be 1 1 and onto. Function should be 1 1 and onto. Sorry, 1 1 and onto. And another thing, fx equals to y, then x should be f inverse y. So we will use this one. Okay, so sine from close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 to close interval minus 1 is 1 1 and onto. In this one function, this function sine is 1 1 and onto. So if we choose x from this one, then sine apply on that one, it means sine of x equals to, suppose the answer of that one, that is our y, sine x equals to y, almost parallel to this one, sine x equals to y, then we can say x equals, by the same way, here f converted on this side to f inverse, so by the same way sine converted on this side, sine inverse, so x equals to sine inverse y. Okay, so you can see sine applied on x, sine applied on the element of the domain, it means sine applied on x, and x belongs to this domain, it means x belongs to close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is the important thing in this one. Okay, so that you will see in the next line, sine inverse, you can see f from a to b, then f inverse will be from b to a, f inverse, interchange the order, b to a, it means sine inverse from minus 1 1 to minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. What is required? Function should be 1 1 and onto, then you can write, otherwise not. Okay, so sine x equals to y, then we can say x equals to sine inverse y. Okay, okay, now we consider one illustration. Okay, we know that sine 30 is 1 by 2, you can see here sine 30 is 1 by 2, almost parallel to this one. This is the important thing. And this is the important thing as we discussed. Okay, sine 30 is 1 by 2, that we know. So we can say pi by 6 equals to sine inverse 1 by 2, almost like this. If you choose f as sine function, and x as pi by 6, then you got like this. So sine pi by 6 equals to 1 by 2, then you can say pi by 6 equals to sine inverse 1 by 2. Moreover, you can see this pi by 6, it means 30 degree, and 30 degree must lies in this one. This is from minus 90 to plus 90. This is plus 90 and this is minus 90. Here you got minus 90 and here you got plus 90. Okay, this is the range. This is the range of sine function. Sorry, sine inverse function. You can see This is the range of sine inverse function that you have to remember for sine inverse. This is the range. Okay, so you can see this pi by 6, 30 degree obviously lies in this one. If your value lies in this one, if your this value lies in this one, then you can write only this one, otherwise no. Okay, we know that sine 5 pi by 6. What about sine 5 pi by 6? Sine 5 pi by 6. Okay, how can we write? Or pi by 6, that is 30 degree. 30 into 5, that is 150 degree. 150 degree lies in which quadrant? Obviously 150. Here you got pi, so 150 degree obviously lies in this one. Okay, so less than, it means what is the structure format of this one? Pi minus theta, that we know. This is the structure format, pi minus theta, second quadrant. Okay, so we can express it by pi minus theta format. So pi minus, how can we express pi minus pi by 6? You can consider the LCM, you got the same value, 6 pi minus pi, that is 5 pi by 6. So you can express it by this way. Okay, so now pi minus theta, second quadrant. In second quadrant, according to all STC, sign will be positive. So what should be the answer? At pi, function unchanged. So what is the answer? Sine pi by 6. And sine pi by 6, what is the value? 1 by 2. It means the answer of this one, sorry, answer of this one, sine of 5 pi by 6, that is also 1 by 2, that you can see. Then can we write like this? Then 5 pi by 6 equals to sine inverse 1 by 2. Can we write this way? Five pi by 6. You might be thinking like this, fx equals to y, then x equals to f inverse y, all the time. That you might be thinking. So sine 5 pi by 6, what is the answer? Sine 5 pi by 6, what is the answer? 1 by 2. So you might be thinking that 5 pi by 6, that is also sine inverse 1 by 2. But see this value, 5 pi by 6. 5 pi by 6, it means 150 degree. Pi by 6, that is 30. 30 into 5, that is 150 degree. 150 degree, it means you got which quadrant? Second quadrant. You got second quadrant. While you can see here, x must lies in which one for sine inverse function? X must lies between minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It means x lies in this one only. Then you can write this way, x equals to sine inverse y, otherwise not. So here you can see 5 pi by 6. 5 pi by 6 not belongs to which one? Close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. That's why we cannot write. That's why we cannot write 5 pi by 6 equals to sine inverse 1 by 2. Okay. That you will see in the next line, sine of 5 pi by 6, that is also 1 by 2, as we discussed right now with the help of this one that we discuss. Okay, similar way, see the next illustration, sine 60 degree. This is sine 60 degree, that you can see, sine 60 degree, sine 60, how much? Root 3 by 2. So by the same way we can write pi by 3 equals to, like this, fx equals to y, then x equals to f inverse y. Only we need to check the condition, sine inverse of root 3 by 2. Is it true? When it is true, whenever this value lies in which one? This one. X belongs to close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Okay, so you can see this is 60 degree. And what is the range? As we discussed earlier, what is the range for sine inverse? Open interval minus pi by 2 to, close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. This is the range for sine inverse function. Okay, so 60 degree lies in this one, obviously you can see. That's why this is the correct thing. That's why we can say pi by 3 equals to sine inverse root 3 by 2. Okay, that you can see here. See the next illustration also, third one. Okay, now negative value you can see. So clockwise direction, sine of minus 30 degree. Sine of minus 30 degree. So minus 30 degree, where you got here minus 30 degree. Okay, so clockwise direction and fourth quadrant you can see, fourth quadrant. So obviously in fourth quadrant sign will be negative. So what is the answer? Sine 30, that is how much? Minus 1 by 2. Okay, so this is almost like this, sine x equals to y. Here you can see sine x equals to y, then x equals to sine inverse y. Whenever x lies in this one, this is the important thing. Okay, so sine x equals to y, so we can say x equals to, it means minus pi by 6 equals to sine inverse of minus 1 by 2. Just we need to check that whether this minus pi by 6 lies in this one or not. So you can see minus 30 degree obviously lies in this one. This is up to minus 90. So minus 30 degree clearly lies in this one. That's why you can write minus pi by 6, that is equals to sine inverse minus 1 by 2. Okay, see the next value, next illustration, 7 pi by 6, almost, this is almost parallel to this one. Sine of 7 pi by 6, we discuss it. Okay, 7 pi by 6, so 7 pi by 6, so firstly we see in which quadrant you got this value. So 7 into pi by 6, that is 30 degree. So 7 3s are 210. 210, it means more than 180. More than 180, it means which quadrant you got? Third quadrant. In which quadrant? Third quadrant. So pi plus third quadrant, it means what is your structure format? Theta, pi minus theta, pi plus theta, something like that, and 2 pi minus theta. This is our structure. So pi plus. So we can express it with the help of pi plus. So sine of 7 pi by 6. How can we write sine of 7 pi by 6? So that is equals to sine of, how can we write? Pi plus pi by 6. 7 pi by 6 can be written in this format also. 6 pi plus pi, that is 7 pi by 6. Okay, pi plus third quadrant, you can see third quadrant, and in third quadrant sign will be negative. So you got here minus sine pi by 6. Minus sine pi by 6. So what is the answer? Minus 1 by 2. It means the answer of this one, sine of 7 pi by 6, answer of, you can see, answer of 7 pi by 6, that is also minus 1 by 2. So can we write this way? 7 pi by 6 equals to sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 using this one. Sin x equals to y, then x equals to sine inverse y. This is the important thing. Okay, can we write this one? This is our question. So 7 pi by 6, how much degree, as we discussed? 210 degree. 210 degree. Whether it lies in this one? No. You can see this angle not lies in this one. So we cannot write 7 pi by 6 as sine inverse of 1 by 2. If you see all these four value, then from this four value we can conclude one thing, that here you can see this is the positive value, here this is also positive value. What is the answer you got? 60 degree. What is the answer here you got? 30 degree. It means for positive value you got positive angle. For positive value you got positive angle. Positive angle, and that is from which quadrant? First quadrant. For positive value you got which quadrant? First quadrant. While if you see it properly, this is our important thing. For negative value, you can see here this is the negative value, minus 1 by 2. Here also you can see okay, here you can see this is the negative value. The negative value lies in which one? You can see for negative value you got which quadrant? You can see your answer lies in which one? For minus 1 by 2 you got which answer? Minus 5 by 6. This is not the correct answer. Which one is the correct answer? Minus 5 by 6. Okay, so for negative value you got which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. You can see. Okay, so you can see whatever we discuss, in short, for sine inverse we have to remember only two quadrant, first and fourth quadrant. You can see first and fourth quadrant. All positive value belongs to which one? First quadrant. All positive value belongs to which quadrant? First quadrant. You can see this is the important thing. All positive value belong to which quadrant? First quadrant. This is important. Second thing, you can see here all negative value. You can see here all negative value belong to which one? Fourth quadrant. Okay, this is the important thing. All positive value belong to first quadrant, while all negative value belong to fourth quadrant. For which function? For sine inverse function. By the same way you can get cos inverse, sec inverse, cot inverse, others trigonometric inverse function. You can see for sine inverse you got which domain and which range? You got close interval minus 1 1 to close interval minus pi by 2 pi by 2, that you got. This is your range for sine inverse, that you have to remember it properly. Okay, so all positive value belong to which quadrant? First quadrant. You can see here you got only two quadrant. You got only which quadrant? Two quadrant. Positive value here 0 to pi by 2 positive value, while for minus pi by 2 to 0 negative value. So whenever you have negative value you got fourth quadrant, whenever you have positive value you got first quadrant. Okay, by the same way you can get the value for cos inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse, that you can see. Moreover, you can see, for sine inverse function, you can see whenever negative value is there, then clockwise direction is there, clockwise direction. Okay, you can see here, this is the range for sine inverse function that we are discussing, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, that you can see. So you got this one for sine inverse, this is our pi by 2 and this is our minus pi by 2. As we discussed, all positive value belong to first quadrant, while all negative value belongs to fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant you can see clockwise direction, while for positive value you got anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so fourth quadrant you have to remember, and clockwise direction. For which one? For sine inverse function. For which value? For negative value. Okay. Same way, you can get the domain and range for cosec inverse, tan inverse, cos inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse. Okay. Here this range is important. So we are not discussing on domain lot more. Okay. The range is important for inverse function. So you can see I have highlighted the inverse trigonometric function with two different color. There is a reason behind that. You can see you got two groups like this. This is our first group and this is our second group. You can see for the first group, you can see minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It means this is your first group. And for first group, you got minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. Just you have to remember this one, minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. And you should remember only two things. All positive value belongs to first quadrant, while for all negative value you got fourth quadrant. All negative value you got fourth quadrant. Similar way you got, this is your second group. This is your second group. Okay, you can see in this second group 0 to pi, 0 to pi, 0 to pi. Okay, so for second group you got 0 to pi, it means you got this one 0 to pi, 0, pi by 2 and pi. Okay, so again by the same way, for all positive value, you got first quadrant, while for all negative value you got which quadrant? By the same way you got second quadrant. Okay, so you can see there is another similarity in both these group. For all positive value for both these group, for all positive value for both these group, you got first quadrant only. So just we need to remember for negative value only. So for first group negative value, then clockwise direction. For first group negative value, then clockwise direction, that is minus. So we can say it by minus theta. While for second group negative value, whenever you have negative value you got second quadrant. For second group you got second quadrant, and second quadrant can be indicated as pi minus theta. Okay, so just we need to remember only two things. Only for negative value we have to remember only for negative value. Okay, why? Because for all positive value you got first quadrant, so we need to remember only for negative value. So negative value and first group function, then you got first group function, then you got fourth quadrant in clockwise direction, that is minus angle, minus theta. While for second group negative value you got second quadrant, second group you got second quadrant, and what is the format of that? Pi minus theta. Okay, so if you remember these two things, then you can easily remember it properly. For this just you need to remember sine and tan and its reciprocal function, that is cosec. So it means easy to remember. For first group just remember sine and tan, so its reciprocal will be included in that one, cosec inverse. Same way just remember cos and cot, so its reciprocal function, that is sec, that will be easily included in this one. Okay, so only negative value, then you got second quadrant for second group for negative value, while for first group negative value you got fourth quadrant and negative direction minus theta. Okay, now whatever we discussed, that you can see in the next slide. You can see here, this is our first group function, sine inverse, cosec inverse and tan inverse. Only remember for negative value. So fourth quadrant and clockwise direction. Fourth quadrant and clockwise direction, that is our angle minus theta. Okay. For second group function, you can see what is your second group function: cos inverse, sec inverse and cot inverse. This is your second group function. So again, just you need to remember for second quadrant, what is the format of second quadrant? Pi minus theta. So just you need to remember only this thing. First group negative value minus theta format, second group negative value, then pi minus theta form. Okay, whatever it is we discussed, that you can see in this structure. This is for all positive value and for both these groups. This is for negative value and for second group, negative value and second group, and this is for negative and first group function. Okay, next one. Now we see exercise 2.1. Whatever we have discussed, using that we will try to calculate the examples. Find the principal value of the following. This is your first 6 question, you can see. Okay, sine inverse of minus 1 by 2, we have to calculate this value. Okay, so suppose this is important thing, we have discussed this one, sin x equals y, that will imply x equals sine inverse y. This thing we have discussed. Okay, x equals to sine inverse y. So here that format is given, sine inverse format is given, sine inverse y equals something. So suppose we choose this as y, sine inverse of minus 1 by 2 as y. So this format is given, this side is given. So from this we can go on this side also. Okay, so here you can write double implication also. So we can say here sin x equals to y. So if you remove this sine inverse, then you can say minus 1 by 2 equals to sin y, that you can see using this whatever we discussed. Okay, so negative value, as we discussed, negative value and first group function, negative value and first group function. So we have to write from which quadrant? Fourth quadrant, fourth quadrant, and which direction? Clockwise direction. It means minus theta. Okay, so we can write 1 by 2, that is sin 30, and just we take the help of minus theta. It means angle just you need to consider negative, so angle will be sine of minus 30. So we can write sine of minus 30, that is minus 5 by 6, that is equal to sine y. Okay, and you can see this minus 5 by 6. What is the range for sine inverse? Minus 5 by 2 to pi by 2. Then you can see this minus 5 by 6. Minus 5 by 6 you can see lies in this one. Minus 5 by 6 lies in this one. That's why we can say minus 5 by 6 equals to y. Minus 5 by 6 equals to y. And what is your y? You can see here. What is your y? You assume sine inverse this one. It means minus 5 by 6. That is your answer for this one. Okay, if you want to write directly answer, suppose you want to write directly answer of this one. Negative value is the negative value. As we discuss, negative value and first group, then we can write from which quadrant? Fourth quadrant. Which format? Minus theta format. Okay, so minus theta format. So tell me, what is the value of 1 by 2? So sin 30. Sin 30, angle you need to consider minus, so minus 30 degree, it means pi by 6. 30 degree, it means pi by 6. It means what is the answer of this one? Sin inverse of minus 1 by 2. What is the answer? Minus pi by 6. Okay. Same way, see the next question, cos inverse of root 3 by 2. Whatever we discussed, that you can see in the description. So answer is minus 5 by 6. Whatever we discussed, that is the description given in this red color. Okay. Okay, now see the second question, cos inverse root 3 by 2. Cos inverse root 3 by 2. So by the same way we can consider cos inverse root 3 by 2. Same way we need to calculate this one. Suppose we consider it as y. This is our definition. Fx equals to y, then x equals to f inverse y. So this portion is given. Inverse format portion is given. So f inverse converted on this side as f. So we can write fx equals to y. F inverse on this side converted to f. So here we can say root 3 by 2 equals to cos y. Okay, what is the value of root 3 by 2 in terms of cos? So obviously positive value, so first quadrant, cos 30 degree, that is our cos y. Okay, so we got which one? Pi by 6, that is equals to y. Pi by 6 equals to y. And what is your y? Y, that is your cos inverse root 3 by 2. So what is the answer you got for this one? Pi by 6 equals to cos inverse root 3 by 2. Again, you don't need to calculate this value. If you don't want to calculate this value, then how can you write directly? This is your question. How can you write directly the value? Positive value. And as we discussed, whatever the function, whenever you have the positive value, you can write the answer from first quadrant only, first quadrant. So root 3 by 2. Here cos inverse, then remember the value in terms of cos only. So cos inverse. So what is the value of root 3 by 2 in terms of cos? What is the value of root 3 by 2 in terms of cos? So obviously cos which one? Cos 30 degree. Cos 30 degree, that is your root 3 by 2. It means what is your answer? 30 degree. It means whenever positive value you got from first quadrant answer. Same way here you can see whatever we discussed, that you can see. Sorry. Second question. Yeah, whatever we discussed, that is you can see here for the second question. Now this is our third question. What is given? Cosec inverse 2 equals to y. So cosec inverse on this side converted to cosec, it means you got 2 equals to cosec y, we can say. Okay, suppose you can't remember the value in terms of cosec easily, then convert this value in terms of sine. So consider on both sides, cosec can be written as 1 over sine. Cosec can be written as 1 over sine. So taking sine on this side, so you got sine y equals to 1 by 2. Okay, on this side sine function is there. So tell me the value of 1 by 2 in terms of sine. So obviously which value? Sine 30. 30, it means pi by 6. Sine 30, it means we can say y equals to pi by 6. And pi by 6. What is your y? This is your y. Y equals to this one. Cosec inverse 2 equals to y, that is equals to pi by 6. It means what is the answer of this one? You got pi by 6. Just you need to remember the range for all these functions. As we discussed, you have two types of functions, sine inverse, two groups, sine inverse, cosec inverse, and another thing is tan inverse. Answer you got from which one? Minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. While for second thing you got cos inverse, sec inverse, cos inverse, sec inverse, and cot inverse. Answer you got between which one? 0 to pi. 0 to pi. Okay. So this thing you need to remember it proper. Okay. Now whatever we discuss in the solution, that you can see whatever we discuss, the steps, that is okay here. Okay, now see the next question. Tan inverse minus root 3. Tan inverse of minus root 3. Again, if you want to write directly the answer of this one, then you can see this is the positive value. Positive value, then from first quadrant obviously. Okay, so here cosec function is there. So give me the value of 2 in terms of cosec. Give me the value of 2 in terms of cosec. So what is the value? As sin 30 is 1 by 2, cosec 30 will be 2. Cosec 30. So what is the answer? Cosec 30. So just you need to write the angle. So what is the answer? You got pi by 6. You can see here. That is your answer, pi by 6. Okay, now by the same way, now firstly we see the calculation. Suppose we consider tan inverse minus root 3. We have to calculate this value, tan inverse of minus root 3. So we have to calculate this value, then consider firstly this as y. Okay, so what can we write? Minus root 3 equals to 10y. Just we need to remember this structure. Second group, a negative value, then we have to use this format, pi minus theta. First group, negative value, first group, negative value, then we need to remember only minus theta format. Okay, so here this is your first group function, negative value. So we will write it from fourth quadrant. Okay, so tan 60 is root 3. So we can write it as tan 60, it means minus pi by 3. That is equals to 10y. So we can say minus pi by 3 equals to y. What is your y? Y, that is tan inverse of minus root 3. Okay. So what is the answer you got? What is the answer you got? Minus pi by 3. Again, if you don't want to calculate these steps, then negative value, you can see negative value, first group function. So you need to write from fourth quadrant only. You need to write only from fourth quadrant, and structure of fourth quadrant, that is minus theta format, minus theta. Okay, so give me the value of root 3 in terms of, as tan inverse function is there, so I need the value in terms of 10 only. So tan 60 with the help of minus theta. So you can take the help of minus sign also, minus, and tan 60, it means pi by 3, it means you got here minus pi by 3. So that is your direct answer, we can say. Okay. Okay, now see the calculation, and whatever we discuss, the short trick without calculating this one, that is given in this description. This is for second question, this is for third question. Positive value, so you can write it from directly from first quadrant. Just you need to write angle. Okay, by the same way here negative value, you can see here negative value, whatever we discussed, that description is given here. Okay, now see the fifth question. We need to calculate this value, cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. So by the same way, firstly we can calculate, consider it as y. So we can say therefore minus 1 by 2 equals to cos y. Okay, cos function is there, second group function is there, negative value is there. So we need to take the help of this second quadrant. So pi minus theta format. So we can say cos of pi minus theta. What is the angle for 1 by 2? So cos function is there. So cos 60, it means pi by 3. You got this one, cos y. Okay, So when we consider LCM, then 3 pi minus pi, so it should be 2 pi by 3. So that is equals to cos y. So we get how much? 2 pi by 3, that is equals to y. That is equals to y. And what is your y? This is your y. Okay. So by the same way you can calculate this type of question. Okay. So whatever we discuss, that again you can see in these steps. Again, suppose you want to write directly, then second group function is a second group negative value. So from second quadrant it means pi minus theta format. Just you need to write the angle. So pi minus 1 by 2 in terms of cos, value of 1 by 2 in terms of cos. So cos 60, 60 it means pi by 3. So you can consider LCM, then 3 pi minus pi, so that should be 2 pi by 3. So you can see that answer and that description is written here. Okay, see the next question by the same way. Question number 6. Sec inverse of 2 by root 3. So suppose we want to calculate, then by the same way, sec inverse of, we can consider 2 by root 3 as y. Then remove this sec inverse. So on this side it will convert it to sec function. So 2 by 3 equals to sec y. Okay. So suppose you don't remember or you can't remember easily the value in terms of sec, then convert it into cos. So 2 by root 3 equals to cos y, sorry 1 upon cos y. So consider reciprocal on both sides. So cos y, that is equal to reciprocal value on both sides. So root 3 by 2. So cos y equals to root 3 by 2. So cos 30 na? Cos 30 it means pi by 6. Okay, so what you get? Y equals to pi by 6. What is the answer of this one? That you got 2 by root 3. Again, suppose you want to write directly answer, then this is positive value. And second positive value, then obviously from first quadrant we have to write. So value of 2 by root 3 in terms of sec. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Then sec 30, that will be 2 by root 3. 30 it means, what is the answer? 30 it means 5 by 6. That is your answer. Okay, so in this way you can show the steps and you can directly write the value also. Okay, whatever we discuss, again you can see here in this steps. Okay, now see the next question, this one, cot inverse root 3. Now I am not going to show the calculation. I will write directly the answer. Positive value you can see here. So from first quadrant we need to write. So root 3 is there. So value of root 3 in terms of cot. So cot 60. Cot 60 it means pi by 3. Just we need to write the angle. So this is our answer. Same way. This is here you can see negative value is there. Negative value and second group function. Second group function, negative value. So from second quadrant we can write. So what is the structure format? Pi minus theta. So pi minus, forget this minus sign, 1 by root 2, 1 by root 2. What is the value of 1 by root 2 in terms of cos? Cos pi by 4. Cos pi by 4, it means you got pi by 4. Okay, so 4 pi minus pi, so that will be 3 pi by 4. Okay, so what is the answer you got directly? 3 pi by 4. Same way, again negative value, and this is your first group function, negative value, first group function. So from fourth quadrant we have to write, and structure format of fourth quadrant, that is which one? Minus theta. Okay, so we can take the help of this minus sign. Root 2, what is the value of root 2 in terms of cosec? So cosec pi by 4, cosec pi by 4, it means you got minus pi by 4. That is your answer, that you can see here. Okay, whatever we discuss it here, that is the same thing over here. Okay, now see the next one, tan inverse 1. Now find the values of the following. Tan inverse 1. Okay, positive value. So from first quadrant, so 1 corresponding to 10 function. So 10 pi by 4. So just we need to write angle. So pi by 4. Okay, cos inverse of minus 1 by 2. Negative value. Negative value. Second group function. So what is the format? Pi minus theta format. So pi minus 1 by 2 corresponding to 1 by 2. What is the value of 1 by 2 in terms of cos? Cos 60. 60 it means pi by 3. Again negative value. Again negative value, and this is your first group function. Negative and first group. So what is the structure format? Minus theta. So minus of theta sin 30. 30 it means pi by 6. Okay, so we get here pi by 4. Consider the LCM, 3 pi minus pi, so that will be 2 pi by 3 minus pi by 6. So we get here by LCM. What is the LCM of this one? 12. 12 is the LCM. So 3 got multiplied, so you got here 3 pi. Here 4 got multiplied, so 8 pi. Here 2 got multiplied, so 2 pi over your LCM, that is 12. So you got 11 pi minus 2 pi, so that will be 9 pi over 12. By cancellation, you got 3 cancel, it means you got 3 pi by 4. That is your answer. Okay, again whatever we discussed, that you will see in this. Okay, so I am not going to discuss more on this one. Okay, so this is your pi by 4, again 1 by 2, then cos 60, so pi minus pi by 3, negative value. So fourth quadrant, clockwise direction, so you got minus 30 degree. Okay, by LCM you got this one. Okay, everything is there. Okay, now we will see the next one. Here you can see, here there is a mistake, but in that calculation everything was correct. 30, it means here pi by 4. Typing mistake is there, so instead of that you can make it here pi by 6, and you can change the calculation, which I made correctly whenever I was writing. Okay, now see the question number 12. You can see here positive value is there, so from first quadrant we can write, so cos 60, that is 1 by 2, 60 it means pi by 3 plus 2 times 1 by 2, so sin 30, positive value, so first quadrant sin 30, 30 it means pi by 6, so 2 3s are 6, so you can see pi by 3 plus pi by 3, it means you got 2 times pi by 3. Okay, so that will be your answer. Okay, whatever we discussed, that you will see in the next tips. Okay, now see the next slide. Okay, MCQ is there, sin inverse x equals to y, then See the option. 4 options are there. In each and every option you can see here y is there, y is there, y is there, y is there. Sin inverse x equals to y. It is almost like f inverse x equals to y. Okay, so firstly, what is the range for sin inverse applied on x? Sin inverse applied on x. It means this is your answer. It is like this one, sin inverse. This is your domain and this is your range. This is your function. Okay, so x must be from this one. Sin inverse applied on this one. Then what is the answer you got? Y. It means y must be from this one. So this is your domain and this is your codomain, or you can say range. Okay, so what is the range of this one for sin inverse function? What is the range? Close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It means you can see here what is the range you got? Close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. So option B, that will be your correct option. You can see in this table also, this is your range. Close interval minus pi by 2 to pi by 2. It means option B is the correct option. Okay, now see the last MCQ. Tan inverse root 3 minus sec inverse of minus 2. This is your question. Okay, so this is your positive value. So from first quadrant we can write tan 60. 60, that is root 3. 60, that's why here we can write pi by 3. Minus. Here you can see this is your negative value. Negative value and second group function. So what is your structure for second group function for negative value? Pi minus theta. So outside is minus, that's why I am going to write in bracket. So pi minus. Okay, forget this minus sign. Now corresponding to 2. Corresponding to 2. What is the value of 2 in terms of sec? So obviously sec 60. Sec 60, that is 2. Sec 60. That's why you got here pi by 3. So you got here pi by 3 minus pi, minus minus plus pi by 3. It means you got 2 times pi by 3 minus pi. So by LCM you got 2 pi minus 3 pi. So you got minus pi by 3. So that will be your answer. Again, whatever we discussed, the steps are here. Okay, so what is the answer you got? Option B.
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, then like it, share it, and subscribe my channel KT Math World for more videos. Thank you.